Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I've got another pick a card for you all today, and this time the topic is a message from Archangel Jeremiel. So Archangel Jeremiel has really been wanting to come through, and he's really been wanting me to do this reading for you guys, so I'm really excited to see what kind of messages come through. So just to give you guys a very quick overview, Archangel Jeremiel helps us to recognize our stumbling blocks, our negative patterns. He helps us to recognize repeating patterns in our lives that are kind of keeping us away from our soul's highest path, and he also helps us to understand the higher purpose behind our past experiences so that we can learn our life lessons and not make the same choices again and again. So, got two piles here. Pile number 1 and pile number 2. Choose carefully, guys, because messages will be pretty specific. Let's go. Pile number 1. What message does Archangel Jeremiel have for you guys? Okay, this is really positive, so you guys definitely have a love offer coming in. He's not giving me a time, it's different for everybody, but there's a very, very solid, very stable love offer coming in for you guys. It's on the horizon, it's on the way, and this love offer is a gift from the angels, from Archangel Jeremiel and from all of the angels. They want to give you this love, this romance, because Jeremiel is telling me that you guys have lived your life for other people. That's a really powerful statement, but that's really what I'm hearing. He's saying that you guys have lived your entire life for other people, doing what other people wanted you to do. You may have been in relationships where you were controlled, or where you had to suppress your own needs and your own desires and your own voice for some of you to make the other person happy. You may have had to walk on eggshells. Some of you may have been in abusive situations or controlling relationships. Or you've just kind of lived your life in such a way where people have really dictated things to you, and this wasn't your fault. This is something from your childhood. For most of you, Jeremiel is telling me, but yeah. Some of you have never had a relationship where your needs were actually met, or where you didn't have to forfeit your own boundaries and your own desires and your own opinions to make the other person happy. That's coming in really strongly. A lot of you guys are people pleasers through no fault of your own. This is something that you were conditioned to do. I'm also hearing past life karma, so for some of you this has been a past life issue where you've continuously put your own desires and your own opinions and your own voice, he keeps telling me, on the back burner to make other people happy. But I'm hearing that this new love that's coming in, it could be new love or it could be an offer from somebody that you already know. It's different for everybody, but this love offer that's coming in, it's very solid, it's genuine, it's sincere, and it's going to lead to something long-lasting and stable if you put the work in. You're going to have to put the work in, and you're also going to have to be very mindful about the way you approach this relationship when it comes in, Jeremiel is telling me, because if you guys go back to your old way of thinking about relationships, feeling like it's your duty to make the other person happy and that you have to do what they want, or that if you express yourself, or if you express your opinions, or if you establish boundaries, that it's going to lead to chaos, or it's going to lead to the end of this relationship. This love that's coming in, this love offer that's coming in, it's not going to be like that. You are going to have to put some work in. It's going to require effort to nurture it to its fullest potential, but there's no need for you guys to people please, he's telling me. There's no need for you to go back to the old way of feeling like you need to put yourself in a lower position and put yourself on the back burner and put the other person on a pedestal. They're saying this is going to make sense to you guys, I'm guessing. And I can relate to this, really. Because when we're raised to people please and to put everybody else first and to put ourselves last, becomes ingrained in us, in our subconscious, and we feel like that's what we have to do to make a relationship work. But Jeremiel is saying that this new love that's coming in, it's not going to be like that. And this person is not the type of person who's going to expect you to put yourself last in order to make the relationship work. But Jeremiel is saying that if you guys are not mindful of the way you're thinking about the situation and the way you're thinking about yourself, and if you're not mindful of your belief systems surrounding love and relationships, Jeremiel is telling me you're going to find yourself going back to this behavioral pattern. And it's going to create a lot of unnecessary pain for you. There's no need for you guys to, there's no need for you to put yourselves last anymore, because this person that's coming in, or this love offer that's coming in, it's not going to be like it was in the past. This person is sincere, they're genuine, they're romantic, and they want to offer you something stable and long-lasting. Like I said, you are going to have to put some work in to nurture this relationship to its full potential, but it's going to be sincere. It's going to be mutual. It's going to be a very positive, romantic, loving connection. And there's a great deal of potential for something long-lasting and long-term with this person when this love offer comes in. But it's very important that you guys don't go back to old patterns, because it's not going to ruin the relationship, but it's going to be a form of self-sabotage. It's very important that you guys be mindful of the way you're thinking about yourself, as well as the way you're thinking about the relationship. And Jeremiel wants you guys to really think about what you want out of a relationship. Like, how do you want to feel? How do you want to be treated? What are your expectations? What are your boundaries? Jeremiel's telling you to start thinking about that right now, before this relationship even comes in, so that you know exactly what you want. You know what you desire, you know what you deserve, you know what your boundaries are, you know what your standards are. Because this person will meet them. But if you guys don't know what you want, and you don't know how you feel, and you don't know what your needs are, and you don't know what your boundaries are, then you're going to go into this relationship without a framework for how you want things to go, and you're going to find yourself reverting back to these old patterns. And it's going to create a lot of unnecessary pain and suffering and stress for you. Alright, that's all I've got for pile number 1. Let's roll the dice. 3, yes. The universe and Archangel Jeremiel are co-creating to manifest this relationship into your life. They're helping to create this love opportunity for you. This is definitely a gift from your angels and from the universe. This is going to be a very positive, very loving, very sincere relationship when it comes in. And there's a lot of potential for long-term growth here with this 3 and the Ace of Pentacles. And also, you guys need to be very mindful of the way you're thinking about yourself and the way you are thinking about love and what your expectations are, because those will manifest into reality. To a degree. Jeremiel is saying, I'm hearing that this love offer is a gift from your angels and from the archangels and from the universe, so it's going to come in no matter what, but because you guys have very powerful thoughts and your thoughts manifest into reality, you have to be very careful about the way you're thinking about yourself. Because to a certain degree, you can skew the relationship in a more of a stressful direction by continuing to feel like you need to put yourself last in order to make the relationship work. Okay, he's telling me to move on, so I'm going to leave it there. Alright, pile number 2. What is Archangel Jeremiel's message for you guys? I just heard the end is in sight. Yeah, this is a beautiful message from Archangel Jeremiel about your guys' endurance. You guys are very strong, very wise, very powerful people. You guys have a lot of wisdom. You guys have a lot of spiritual wisdom. You guys have a lot of knowledge. You guys have a deep understanding of the way things work and why. I'm not sure what that means for everybody, but that's what I'm hearing very strongly. You guys have a lot of wisdom about how things work. So, I can definitely see in the cards that you guys have been going through a difficult time. You know, you guys have really been through it. You guys have been through the ringer, Jeremiel is telling me. And a lot of you are wondering how much longer you're going to have to keep persevering before there's some kind of positive outcome to your situation. I feel like you guys have been on a journey of spiritual enlightenment and awakening, and you guys have really had to persevere and endure a lot of challenges and setbacks and a lot of changes in your life with this 5 here. And as difficult as all of this has been, the higher purpose of it was so that you could gain this wisdom and also learn how to apply it to your life in practical ways, Jeremiel is telling me. Because it's not enough to just hold the wisdom. You have to know how to apply it to your life. You guys are meant to live your life through your inner wisdom and through your inner voice. Like, you guys are meant to learn to tap into your inner knowing and to tap into the wisdom that you hold inside of yourself and live your life as a positive example for other people. That's really coming in with this card. Because you're noticing the people in the background and they're watching him. Like, you guys are definitely meant to be way showers. You guys are meant to show other people, by example, how to live their lives from a more enlightened place, if that makes sense. So that's why you guys have had to go through all of these challenges, and that's why you've had to endure so many obstacles and so much change and just so much conflict, internally and externally, Jeremiel is telling me. But this is just a cycle in your life. You know, your life is not meant to be difficult all the time. This is just a cycle in your life that was meant to help you gain more spiritual wisdom and also learn to utilize and apply the spiritual wisdom that you guys already have in a practical way. So, Jeremiel's message for you guys is that this difficult cycle of having to persevere and endure and learn these lessons and go through these challenges, that's coming to a close in the very near future. Because there's some kind of positive outcome to your current situation. There's some kind of positive outcome. There's some kind of success. If you guys have had a specific goal in mind that you've been working towards, there is success on the horizon. Like, the energy of your life is going to change. Things are going to shift out of this heavy energy of having to persevere and learn these spiritual lessons and go through these difficult changes. Things are going to shift out of that energy into a much more lighthearted, joyous, upbeat energy, Jeremiel is telling me. And this change is coming in pretty quickly too. He's telling me the entire energy of your life is going to shift. Things are not always going to be so difficult and harrowing, he's telling me. Things are not always going to be this way. I feel like a lot of you who picked this pile have really had to go through some tough lessons. You've really had to endure one thing after another. But all of that was meant to make you guys stronger and wiser, more spiritually enlightened, and it was also a life lesson that you agreed to learn in this lifetime about endurance. You guys needed to learn how to endure and how to find the wisdom and find the knowledge through your challenges and obstacles so that you could teach other people how to do that. But I do see that you guys are at the end of that cycle in your life and things are going to lighten up a lot. Your life is going to turn in a much more light-hearted direction. There's still a great deal of work to be done, and there's still a lot more for you guys to learn on your journey, but there's going to be a lightening of the burden, I'm hearing. Like, it's very difficult to learn these lessons, and it can be one after the other, especially when you're on an intense spiritual path like you guys are. Jeremiel's telling me. And I know that things feel endless right now, and it feels like you're never going to get out of this cycle, but it's actually coming to a close in the very near future. And things are going to turn around for you guys, and there's going to be a positive outcome to your current situation. There's going to be a lot of fun, there's going to be a lot of adventure, there's going to be a lot of excitement, there's going to be celebration, there's going to be reunions, there's going to be a much more just lighthearted and upbeat energy coming into your life in the very near future. And this heavy energy of having to go through all of these lessons and having to persevere and endure without knowing exactly when things are going to get easier, that's coming to a close. Things are about to get much easier for you guys. So you just have to persevere a bit longer. I know it's tough, but you guys just have to endure a little bit longer, and there's going to be some kind of positive outcome to your situation. But you're definitely at the end of a difficult cycle of learning and of life lessons and of challenges. But if you can persevere a bit longer, just a little bit longer, you're going to find that things turn around in quick time. 2, yes, balance and harmony and equilibrium are going to be restored in your life. But you have a lot of lessons that you have signed up to learn in this lifetime, and it's not easy to endure through all of these spiritual challenges, but you guys are definitely growing your skills of resilience and endurance, and that was the higher purpose of all of these lessons that you needed to learn. But this cycle is coming to a close. If you can hold out just a little bit longer, you're going to find that things get much easier in the very near future. Alright, hope that resonated for you guys. Thank you so much, and I will see you next time. Bye.